green, and blue values, an RGB triplet, of each individual pixel in the image. A photographer is manipulating a digital image and overriding the original image. Which of the following describes a lossless transformation of the digital image? So we need to find out which one of these answer choices gives an example of a lossless transformation. A says compressing the image in a way that may lose information, but will suffer only a small loss of image quality. So this cannot be a lossless transformation because any type of loss in information means that this transformation is not lossless. Lossless means every single RGB value for every single pixel is retained or is restorable. And in this answer choice A, we see that it says that we lose some information. Even though it's a small amount, this is still not lossless. B says creating the grayscale of an image by averaging the amounts of red, green, and blue in each pixel and assigning this new value to the corresponding pixel in the new image. The new value of each pixel represents a shade of gray ranging from white to black. So in answer choice B, what we're doing is changing the RGB values of each pixels, averaging those numbers together into one single value. What this means is that because we average the values together to create this shade from white to black, we cannot restore the original RGB value. There's no way to go from the average of the three back to the original. So this does not represent a lossless transformation because we're not able to restore the original RGB values. C says creating the negative of an image by creating a new RGB triplet for each pixel, in which each value is calculated by subtracting the original value from 255. The negative of an image is reversed from the original, light appears dark, and colors are reversed. So this is an example of a lossless transformation because we can easily revert from the new RGB values of each pixel back to the previous because all we did was subtract the original value from 25. So to get to the original, what we can do is subtract the new value from 25 because this transformation here is effectively creating the negative, and if we do the same process again, we'll restore the original. So C does represent a lossless transformation, but let's check D first. D says modifying part of the image by taking the pixels in one part of the picture and copying them to the pixels in another part of the picture. What this is saying is if we have a picture, we're going to move the pixels from one part of the image and copy them onto the other. By copying pixels from one part to the other, we won't know what the original pixel was that was in that new copied location. So that means that we won't be able to restore back to the original pixels, the original RGB for each of the pixels. So this does not represent a lossless transformation since we are losing information. So that means C is the correct answer.